Everyone that attempts suicide or eventually commits suicide, they'll have their own stories. This is mine. In February of 1996, I tried to leave the planet, or in more scientific terms, I tried to commit suicide. See, in 1994, in December, we put my mother in a nursing home. And then September 1st of 1995, during Labor Day holiday, my father died. Now, Mother always thought that Daddy was going to die first, which he did. Didn't expect that she'd have strokes and end up in a nursing home. So most everything was in Mother's name. My two brothers and my sister left everything up to me, and I was the baby. Just turned 32 years old. Had lived with my parents my entire lifetime, never lived anywhere else. Did a lot of taking care of them when they needed help and stuff, so that's why they just left me staying at home. I had a job, pretty good job. And so here's my daddy passed away, and I had no idea what to do, and no one to help me do anything. Finally got some things figured out. My daddy had sat in cold storage for 13 days. We did not have a funeral. We sent him back up north to be buried in the family cemetery. He did not have a funeral until September the 13th. That's when he was buried. Came back and I had to figure out things to do. I had to become my mother's guardian and conservator. That's what my daddy was before he died. Someone had to take care of Mother. The day he was in the hospital and they told me that he wasn't going to live and he was going to die, I told my daddy that I would take care of him. And the night before he died, he had said that he was very tired and he needed to go to sleep, and the next day he died. And I have that in my head forever. That fall was very rough, trying to figure things out and pay for things and do things that I had never done in my life. They had always done everything. I was still, even though I was 30, somewhere inside of me was still this 18-year-old kid living with their parents. I hadn't done things or, done a lot of stuff. I had a boyfriend at the time, and found out that he had been cheating on me. And he left me and got married to this woman that he'd been cheating on me right after my dad died. And so here I was, left all alone. No parents, no boyfriend, and having to become my mother's guardian conservator. It got very overwhelming, and I just couldn't take it, and I tried to go away. And I went into the hospital for a while, and I got a little bit of help and got out, and I was okay for a while. And they gave me some sort of medicine for a while, and I did okay. And then a little while down the road, I don't know, a few years or whatever, I was still depressed and still lonely. And but I became my mother's guardian conservator, and I took care of my mother. And that was, she finally passed away in 1998. And that wasn't a very good year. And I had to get rid of her house. And that's a story for a whole nother day. And I moved into my own apartment. And I got a job, and some different things changed in my life. And a couple different times over the years, had tried to leave the planet. finally, I met who became my husband. And one time there was this gunfight thing at his apartment, and that kind of stressed me out, and I ended up having to go back into the hospital again. And a couple different times I've tried to leave the planet. And it's been really hard to stay here and stuff, but I promised people I would. And I'm on some medicine now that makes me feel a lot better. They diagnosed me as bipolar and obsessive compulsive behavior, and asked me a bunch of questions and told me that I've been OCD since I was a child because I liked everything in my room in a certain order. And told me I was bipolar, and part of the reason that I kind of fell apart the first time that I went into the hospital after my dad had died and stuff, my friends came to my house, and my house was a mess. And they knew something was wrong because my house was all messed up and everything. And I'm just trying to tell everybody that there's help out there, that if you get stressed out, that there's somebody to talk to, and there's meds that you can take, and that you can get some help from somebody, and that it doesn't help to leave the planet. And even after I got married, I've had a few setbacks. One day I got mad at my husband, and I take Ativan for stress, and I got mad at him, and I took 6 Ativan that day, and I lost 3 days of my life. I don't remember. He said I walked around and talked to everybody, and we went out to dinner and all things. I don't remember those 3 days whatsoever. Kind of scary. But I do okay now. I talk to you guys every day. And I just try to live every day, one day at a time. Some days you have bad days, and some days you have good days. And I take my medicine. And I have Merlin and my cat. And all of you